please try to get straight to the point with the questions, and let's limit the back and forth with whoever is presenting. That's one. So I don't know, help us figure out how much time each person has. So that's one part. But we're also doing something else. We are trying to have pick one question, then you go meet someone else, and you guys ask each other those questions. So the idea is that before you leave, first rule is that you're not talking to someone you already know. You'll be talking to someone you haven't met before, someone you haven't spoken to before. So that means you probably will not be talking to the person by your side right now. So yeah, the idea is that you get to interact with them beyond the hi, this is what I'm building. So none of the questions will ask you what you're doing currently. None of the questions will ask you where you work. None of the questions are professional actually. So it's more personal, but nothing too personal as well. So you get to pass that small talk phase. So basically I'm doing your work for you. Yeah. So you'll be doing that. So Precious, how much time do we have for people pitching? So we have 5 people. Joshua is here. Joshua, yourself, who else? Chidi. I think we have 2 more people who are supposed to pitch, but they are not here. Yeah, so let's say 5 people.
10 minutes.
10 minutes each?
Yes.
So for everything?
Yes.
Alright, so you have 10 minutes. So
the idea is, so if 5 will take 10 minutes each, that's 15 minutes.
yeah.
By the time we add 5 minutes each for questions, that's around 25 minutes. And then we have 30 minutes for that.
Alright, so you heard the man. He will be in charge. He will tell you when it's time to get out. So without further ado, let us get started. So the first person would be Ebo Olua. She's going to be pitching Blue Room here, and you can come up now. So okay, so you stand here so that the Americans.
So can I turn?
Yeah, you can. But preferably speak together.
Okay, sure. Okay, my name is Ebola Collins, and I'm co-founder of Durham Care and Chief Operations Officer currently. And where are we at Durham Care? Durham Care is a mental health organization. Okay, so I should not be doing this. Okay. Okay, I should stand here.
Excellent spot.
Alright. Okay. Good, right here. Awesome. Alright, Durham Care is the mental health, we're a mental health startup, and one of the ways that we've been able to support people really is through providing mental health support to people using our platform. And if we really look at what is going on in the country, if we're looking at mental health professional, and I've been in the field for more than 3 years, and one of the things that I've noticed or observed is the fact that there's been an increasing demand for mental health care from people considering the pandemic and then up until now. So there's been an increasing demand for mental health care. And please. So one of the ways we've been trying to resolve the needs, the mental health needs, is by making mental health care accessible and affordable for people. So through our digital platform. So yeah, next slide please. So too hard to get help, and 80% do not find the right therapist. And then we have like one client per session. Right? I mean, there's a very limited amount of cost, right? We have one session per person. So looking at the cost, to even have one session, it costs a lot. So one of the ways that we've been looking to resolve this is making mental health accessible for people, and then giving people more access to professional health therapists, mental health therapists. So we did an MVP 2020, and then we had over 200 providing mental health support for over 200 persons. And in February, we launched our digital platform. Please, next slide. All right. So in this year, February, we launched our digital platform. And then one of the things we've noticed is the increase in demand, like I mentioned earlier. And then right now, we have close to like 500 plus persons that are seeking for mental health support. So in this space that we're in, the mental health space, what is very important is the timing of care. And that is one aspect that we've been able to address using our platform. Next slide, please. So timing is very important. So like I mentioned earlier, mental health is a very vital part of the healthcare system, and this is one of the ways that we've been able to support people and get through to our users, providing the technological app, that's our platform, our digital platform, and then providing the app and also bringing on board therapists, professionals that have more than 10 years, that have over 10 years experience in the field. So we have put together, we have been able to address this the need for accessibility to mental health care and to a therapist, and then making therapies more accessible for people and affordable for people. All right, next slide, please. Yeah, so Durham Care is a purpose-built full behavioral health solution, and then using our app, like I mentioned, it makes it easy and quick for people to access care. Secondly, the technology is designed to ensure that clinical outcomes are provided at scale. Thirdly, we have it's a subscriber-based model to drive member utilization and care continuity. So even via the platform, you can have more than 1-2 sessions, even depending on how, depending on what plan is affordable for you as a person. So we have a network where providers are motivated to practice, and that's where we have over 10 plus therapists with over 10 plus experience providing mental health care to people. And then we have open new care channels across B2C, B2C payoffs, employers and beyond. So beyond just the B2C, beyond just providing support to the users, everyday users, we also collaborate with businesses and organizations to provide mental health support to their employees in the organization. And then we're also in partnership with HMOs, so that we could meet the needs and demands of people that need mental health care at scale. Okay, next slide. So better therapist relationship. So we have, so for therapy, right, a client comes for therapy, a client has an average of, let's say 3 weeks. Within 3 weeks, the person begins to see a change in his behavior or a change in their mental health. So, and then up until 2 months rather, and even more than that. So this is the average length of therapy with Durham Care, that a client could have therapy with Durham Care. Next slide, please. All right, so our competitive advantage, Durham Care, aside Unguvu Health, Mani, Apoma Health, one of the things that these are like competitive advantages that we have, provide psychotherapy for clients. We have psychiatrists amongst us, people that have clinical background in providing mental health care to people. And then we have B2B. We're not just a B2C organization, we're both a B2C and then a B2B organization. So supporting, like I mentioned earlier, we also provide, we partner with organizations just so that we could provide support to their employees. And then we have a tech platform. Durham Care is a tech platform. Credential standards. Our therapists have over 5 years experience in the field. So they have their license, they have everything that it needs for them to, everything needed for them to provide the best support to our clients. And behavioral health coaching, this is an aspect that we are also introducing. We have some coaches on board, and we're also using that means to like reach out to people that really need help. So that's another advantage. And in 2023, we're going to be exploring more into the coaching side of the mental health space, and then brand awareness. So these are the competitive advantages that we have compared to other organizations in our niche. Next slide. All right, thank you. So over the past 2 years since we started, we've had over 10,762 text, video, audio sessions with our clients and users, with 11,000 plus revenue altogether. Next slide. All right, so we're looking to raise $250,000 at a 2.5 million valuation. Considering the market that we're in, and considering the fact that we are looking to also, looking at the sensitivity of the mental health, this mental health organization, a lot of people still need that awareness, and so majority of our revenue would be directed to marketing, ensuring that we're able to spread the word and get people that would really come up and then subscribe to any of our plans and subscribe for therapy. So yeah. All right, so brand awareness, this is one of the ways in which we're looking to approach the market through brand awareness in all scale, public relations, majorly marketing, looking at the market, focusing on the marketing side of things to reach out to more people so that people could learn about the brand and also their need to seek help. So yeah. So insurance, employer partnership activation. So we're looking to partner with as many organizations as possible so that we could expand our tentacles. Yeah, social media. So it all covers marketing, really our marketing, different marketing strategies, so that we could connect with more users that would come for help and support using our platform. All right. Next slide, please. Alright, okay, so we have our team, we have our advisors with over 10 years experience in operations in the mental health space as well. Our founder Moses, the co-founder, the CTO with over 5 years experience, our software engineer and customer experience officer. So this is the team that we have on board.
All right, so thank you. So you will be here while you get questions from the audience. So I don't know if anybody had or has questions. 1, 2, 3. So nobody from this side has questions. As such. Okay, 4 questions. So yeah.
Okay. Good evening. Presentation. My question is, I think you mentioned on it briefly, because I think one major challenge that faces this kind of industry is the education, the awareness part. People don't even know that they need therapy or something like that. Even people that can afford it, they can't go for therapy. So what are you doing to bring more people on board? Because if you ask me, the majority of everybody, especially in this day, because everybody needs therapy, right? What are you doing to actually bring on board everybody, including someone who just got a job who cannot afford it? What are your plans for those people, not only those that have huge money, because therapy is expensive, right? So what are your plans in doing that, and also what are other challenges that you face in this industry apart from that awareness?
All right, thank you very much. So one of the, like I mentioned earlier while I was starting, that one of the ways that we're looking to solve this problem, because it's a big problem, is accessibility and affordability. right? Making care affordable for people. And then we have on our platform, we have a very, very affordable plan, therapy plan. As you can get therapy for as low as 2,900.
I don't think it's
Wait, so no backboard, just
As low as 2,900.
I don't think it's
Okay, you have your objections.
Yeah.
All right.
should I go ahead?
no. Sorry, finish with the legal.
Okay. All right. Okay. So our plan starts with from as low as 2,900. So that's like a messaging pack. So if you connect with your therapist, you could ask your therapist questions related to your mental health. Although it's not going to be an in-depth therapy session. It's just going to connect you with therapist, and then you consult with the therapist, ask the therapist any questions that you have with respect to your mental health, and then our standard plan is around 4,900. So yeah, there you have like one live session. You could have one live session with your therapist and then talk about your concerns with your therapist. So I mean, I have like compared to the other organizations in this same industry, we have a very affordable rate for therapy. So, and you asked our other challenges. Okay, so one of that, aside from marketing, awareness, building that brand awareness, it's okay, I can't really think of one right now, but the major, like that is one aspect, it's the marketing, it's that awareness, because that is a very, that's a major problem even for us, getting through to people, and that's why we're collaborating with organizations, we're collaborating with institutions, we're collaborating with HMOs as well. So just so that, and different corporate organizations, just so that we could get through to their employees and get through to people that need help in their facilities.
Okay, so I will answer the question.
Okay. Nice presentation. So it's known that there's a huge mental health issue in Nigeria, Lagos especially, like you said. But in your presentation, I was looking for the points where you mentioned the average cost of getting therapy or mental health treatments outside.
Okay.
Then, the rate you offer, which you mentioned.
Okay.
So can do something comparative so I can know why I should pick premium care over just going to Yabale or somewhere else. So I need to know the comparative rates.
Okay.
Then I think that will also go a long way to probably make you raising that, okay, I think I should come to your platform and use your platform because to some extent you're actually solving the problem of accessibility. I can log into your app and connect with therapists. So that's what
Thank you very much.
Okay, so before you ask that one, you will ask this, so you just start with the 12 minutes and then save lots of time.
Okay, that's fine. Great presentation again. I think my particular question is around your fund without success. You mentioned 250K and okay, 2.5 million. I think you, throughout the whole thing, you mentioned brand awareness, publicity, and I think just like the normal business space right now is like super hard to actually raise. Like, I think the actual question would be, if you want to spend the whole of this round, like the majority part of this round to actually put out awareness. Investors now are not asking for like unit economics, right? So if you want to convince everybody in this room more and spend a lot of cash just to convince, just like that lady there, that feels your prices too high for therapy. You get so if you're going to convince her, that takes a lot.
Yeah.
So my actual question is, how much of the B2B are you actually doing?
Okay.
You mentioned your traction, how much of the B2B are you doing in contrast with the B2C? Obviously the B2C will take a lot of money.
Yeah.
Like how much are you doing on the B2B side?
All right, thank you very much. So for the first question, asked about the rate of when I say the current rate of therapy compared to ours, right?
Just the average rate outside.
Okay.
Okay,
So you're looking at comparing the level of our professionals, right? A professional with about 10,000, sorry, not 10,000, but 10 plus experience or 5 plus experience would charge about 30K for therapy. Like the tradition, would charge about 30K for therapy per session. Yes, with the level of compared to the level of the therapists that we have on our platform. So, but looking at our own rates, we start as low as 2,900. We can connect with a professional with that level of experience, and then we could go as we have like different packages. So depending on which you're more comfortable with.
The session is
1 hour. The session is 1 hour.
So is it one way or like so? You
We actually have different packages. We have different packages. We have the basic plan, the standard plan, and the premium plan. So as for the basic, that's around 2,900, and that's like a message. You can connect with a therapist and consult with a therapist depending on the concern that you have. And then with the weekly, we have the weekly plan, we have the monthly plan, we have the quarterly plan. Depending on your capacity, you could decide to pay quarterly plan, you could decide to pay the monthly plan, depending on your capacity. But as low as 2,900, you could connect with a therapist. And your question about how we are looking to connect with other people and then spread brand awareness, right?
The unit economics.
Yeah, unit economics, your fundraising, unit
Okay.
economics, then B2B and B2C comparison.
Okay. So one of the ways that we've been approaching this is through collaborations with HMOs. But looking at from next year, one of the things that we're really looking to focus on is connecting with institutions, because in institutions we have in an institution you have over 4,000 persons in that institution, or students in that institution. So aside from just even institutions, we're looking to also connect with centers. We have gym centers, and because these people already have like users, so collaborating with these organizations that already have a good user base, and then collaborating with them so that we could get as many people reach as many people as possible. I don't know if I responded to your question.
All right, so one more question.
Okay, yeah, you did a nice presentation. So the question I want to ask is, talking about mental health. I think mental health entails a lot. And during your presentation, you are not specific to what kind of mental health are you handling, because you can't handle all the mental health. So that's the question, the number one question. I want you to be specific. Sometimes, okay, this is we're into mental health business, but this is the kind of cases that we handle. Also, number two question.
So we can only take one because of time. So, did you get the question?
Yes, I did. Our therapists, we have a wide range of therapists, from therapists that are experienced in trauma, experienced in depression cases, so we actually deal with both from mild to moderate mental health cases. So when it comes to like bipolar, schizophrenia, it's going to be, the recommendation will be for them to go to, because that's like an extreme case. But any case from depression, traumatic experiences, PTSD, and one of that case with the suicide case, we don't handle suicide case because of the sensitivity of suicide case. So we just focus on depression, addiction, anxiety, grief, relationship issues, Poverty. That's really not scary. That's really not scary.
Okay, so that's probably a perfect cue for me.
Okay.
Because I was going to ask, I stepped out, it's possible you mentioned it.
Yeah.
I was going to ask who your market is. Because it's not only people who drive cars and who have smartphones that have these issues. What happens to the Meroa that sells water? What happens to the bus conductor? What happens to are you only targeting those with smartphones? Because without a smartphone, they can't access. But there are way more people who actually, because you said in this Lagos,
Yes.
the people who are actually most depressed in Lagos are not the ones driving cars. So, should we just pray for them?
Okay, so thanks for that question. Okay, so thanks for that question. So one of the things that we are also, it's also part of this partnership that we're looking to do, right, with different organizations, because we understand that there are different sides to our market, right? There are the people that can afford to subscribe and then download the app, and there's also the other set of people that can't even afford to subscribe for therapy. And that's why we're also going to be partnering with pharmacies around, because that's more, that's like people who, hospitals, and then pharmacies. These are like the two types of, these are the two ways that we're looking to like collaborate with different, just so that we could reach out to community, people that are in the community. So that's.
Okay, so don't worry, you'll meet her after. You'll meet her after for your question. So thank you so much. No, my advantage is not like, so thank you so much. If you want to clap, like. So the second person that will be pitching is Joshua Ferima, and he'll be pitching Musu. So you have 7 minutes for your actual pitch, and then you have another 7 minutes to take questions. So
How did they get 14 minutes?
14 minutes. Just 14 minutes. Yes. So there's a timer here, and I'll start you the moment you start speaking. So.
Good day, everybody.
Alright.
Yeah, my name is Joshua. I'm the co-founder at Musbu.
Just stand on the exam. Proceed.
Okay, I'm the co-founder at Musbu. So basically, Musbu is the sales force for African small businesses. So historically in Africa, small business owners have always relied on their family and friends as a source of funding and also a marketing channel for their businesses. And this ultimately leads to the slow death of these businesses because of disappointment here and there. So basically that's why we are building Musbu. So Musbu is the sales OS, sales operating system for small businesses. We provide access to all of the tools that small business owners need to grow their business, automate customer engagement, and also have access to cash flow financing. So Musbu is divided into 4 parts basically. A no-code online store builder, a set of marketing tools which includes marketing automation on WhatsApp, SMS, and email, and also push notification. And also it includes a web traffic aggregator that makes it possible for these small business owners to get massive buyer traffic to their various online stores to make more money with very minimal marketing budget. And the last part is,
Next slide.
Next
slide.
slide.
next slide please. And the The last part is the embedded lending, lending that we've put together in the mix to make it easy for the small business owners to scale once they start seeing the growth that they need. Okay, and using Musbu is just in three different steps. Number one, once you log in, this next slide. Next slide, please. Yeah. So Musbu, you can use Musbu in just 3 simple steps. Once you create your account, you add your product and you set up your payments, collection details, and your marketing, store, and automation is live. Next slide, please. Okay, so our growth so far, we launched our private beta in July. We've onboarded over 100 businesses. We have a few hundred on list also. We've grew a community of about 500 plus small business owners, and we've made actually more than $200 though. This is like not updated, this slide is not updated. We made roughly around $400 in revenue, and our merchants have recorded transactions of over 45 to 47K dollars on the platform. And we have sealed partnerships with a lot of other companies like Ajo Money, Doja, Paystack, and Block. Services out actually. Okay, next slide please. Okay, and our target market is basically small retailers across Africa. The secondary school girl doing BB collections on our WhatsApp status, the full-grown graduates that Nigeria has turned their destiny, selling clothes on Instagram. Yeah, those are our target market. And next slide, please. Okay, on the size of the market, we have a total available market of $43.61 billion. That's the total worth of e-com transactions in Africa. And our serviceable available market is $6.62 billion. That's the total value of e-com transactions in Nigeria. And we just carved a little bit of it as our serviceable obtainable market. And we have about 76.7 billion online shoppers in Nigeria and 39.65 million SMEs across Nigeria. Okay, next slide, please. And this is basically why we're unique. We have a full range of competitors already in this space, like Bumper, Shopify, Salesforce, KitKat, and WooCommerce. And across the board, we beat them at their own game. Next slide, please. Okay, so our go-to-market strategy is local small business communities, interacting with them, and using business influencers and coaches, tapping into their network to onboard small business owners, and also partnership with other brands, which we've done and still working on, and paid adverts and campus ambassadors to onboard those undergraduate sellers and all of that. So next slide, please. Okay, so how do we generate money there? So many ways we try to generate money from Musbu, and one of them is not a monthly subscription plan though. So we have different ways, from payment processing fees to sales of marketing credit, because to power your marketing on our platform you need to buy marketing credits, and also withdrawal processing and interest on the cash flow advance we give to these small businesses, and also business registration assets, because before you get that cash flow financing for us, you need to be a legal business, at least business name with CAC. Next slide, please. Okay, and who we are, this is me and my co-founder. I personally I'm a salesman with over 5 years of marketing experience, selling softwares on JVZoo, ClickBank, Warrior Plus, and I'm a top affiliate on JVZoo.com. Yeah, and my co-founder is a full stack software engineer with over 7+ years developing softwares for the international market. So next slide, please. Okay, so our roadmap, basically we've launched our MVP, which was in the Q3 of 2022. Q4 of 2022, we are working and completing our marketing tools and web traffic aggregator. And Q1 2023, we intend to scale to 10,000 merchants across the board, and also launch Musbu version 2. And in Q2 of 2023, with more enhanced features and listening to feedback and putting everything more together. So next slide, please. So our access is $500,000 a seed, which will fund our runway for the next 12 months and get us to annual recurring revenue of $1.6 million. Out of the $500,000, we intend to use 40% for operations and team, 40% for marketing, 20% for license acquisition. So next slide. So yeah, thank you. That's the end of the pitch.
Okay, thank you. We have exactly 7 minutes, 27 seconds to field questions. We have our first hand and a second hand. Is there a third? I want to ask any more. So we have 2 questions.
Okay, so nice speech.
Thank you.
I have a quite big market. Just we know that these people play in the informal sector, and a lot of them are not smartphone literate. But what you're rendering, your solution, are they included? I don't expect you to cover all the market, that is, but you're giving us people, covering all those people. So are those people in the pipeline eventually, would you attend to them? That is one question. Second question is that, do you have plan for an escrow service on your platform? Because you are, in a way, making it like a marketplace for small and medium scale enterprises, and people will use them. In the long run, the credibility is on you. If those people should share them with you are coming from. And the third question is,
Okay,
this
sorry.
is the first one. This is the first question. Yes.
We can do 1 and 2 questions.
So okay, this is actually the first question.
So,
We are taking out of the 7 minutes.
Okay, I will move one question.
which one?
The second question I had.
So what's the first question? Because that's the
The first
question.
question is that, can you create a scenario? I mean, small and medium scale enterprises, when I come to who's who, this is what I will do, this is what I will do, this is what I will do, this is what I will get. Like this. You can answer the
So thank you so much for the question. So basically, for the escrow part, let me start from there. For the escrow part, every merchant on our platform, that's why we partner with Doja to handle all our KYC. So you verify with your BVN and your name. So we know that, okay, this is a real human being. And we're also taking a step further, depending on your volume of transactions, to do a physical verification, where they need to go to confirm that, okay, you are a physical person staying in the address which you say you're staying. That's one. Then 2, on the part of bringing the informal people inside, we're also going to, part of our marketing or go-to-market strategy is using education as a tool, educating the market, trying to get them on board. Because at the end of the day, those informal guys are the people that actually move the high figures that are being recorded off online ledger or off transaction in the country. So we're going to use education as a tool, educate them and get them onboarded on our platform. And that's why the campus ambassadors are going to be very, very useful to us also. Then the third question.
No, you're answering
Create
it.
a scenario.
The scenario.
But you didn't answer the escrow question.
I told you to say you're taking notes.
You didn't answer the escrow
No,
question.
I answered that. I talked about it.
So,
Yes, but when somebody
there was a time to mingle later. Yes,
So, according to your presentation, there's a huge market for it. At least we have Bongal, it's a local market, catering to that presently. But my question boils down to your business model, which actually focuses on small business owners. So I personally have encountered small business owners I've dealt with, a few of them, and I know majority of them, when it comes to this kind of processes, they are lazy with doing it. They just want to, they have enough headache handling business already, trying to make profit and all of that business. Any additional tool that will make them start learning, saying, I want to do this, I want to do that, they kind of find it difficult. Ordinarily manage your, shopping, your page on Gigi alone becomes, can I pay you for it? Can you do it for me? right? So in this kind of case, how do you really want to make this enticing to them in a way that they will want to be willing to actually take on your platform and operate with it without compromising, right? Because once you compromise, it seems that the effort is going to be in futility. Now, it not takes into the number of users that you have in your platform.
Is that the second question?
Yes, like the second question. Yeah. You can actually start with the second one and use it to answer the first one. The number of your users, you said like 500 plus.
So that's the size of our community.
The size of the community.
Yeah.
What about the size, the number?
Currently.
Now, and you said how many people? I want to know how many people are the one that made up the revenue that you have gotten. Because it's one thing for you to onboard these people. It's another thing for them to be actual users. So how many of them are actually actual users that are using your platform day in, day out, that makes up that revenue?
Okay, I think it's about 60 of the 100. Now, a bulk of our revenue comes from the business name registrations. Because for our processing fees to be so much, we have to work with, when we have to start processing a whole hell of revenue, like a whole bunch of transactions. So a majority of it comes from the business name registrations. Yeah. So that answers the second question, right?
Yeah.
Okay, then the first question you asked, I'm sorry, can you rephrase again?
I'm saying, how do you intend to use your product to entice these people that seems lazy?
Okay, this is it. Now this is it. On our platform, first we don't charge a monthly fee. We're not trying to battle who is the cheapest, and no, that's not the goal for why we're not charging a monthly fee. Why we're not charging a monthly fee is because we feel that small business owners already have a lot to do with money, and trying to get money from them before you give them results is a problem. They'll be kind of fighting to give you that money. So how we intend to achieve them getting involved in the process is more with our web traffic aggregator. Because once you're onboarded on our platform, you've done your KYC, you're sure that every month you're making a certain number of sales from the work that we're doing on the background for you. Because so if you really want your business to grow, it's a no-brainer because you aren't doing anything extra. You just set up once, and when others come, you manage your orders, you manage your sales. Right? So even if you don't know how to do marketing, yourself, you can always tap into the traffic that we send from our web traffic aggregator to all the stores in our ecosystem. Did I answer the question?
Okay, so I think in the absence of that, we will be moving on to the next person. Can you come forward? Can you just come forward?
I wanted to ask, was the cap flip part of the pitch?
No, it's because it's written L bank. That's why.
Because you flipped it to pitch and then you came back. I wanted to know if that's what the power is.
Alright, so thank you, Joshua, for that. The next person would be Chidiamadi, and you'll be teaching included this, right?
Yes.
X marks the spot.
Okay. So your 7 minutes begins in.
If I ask everyone here, how many fintech apps or bank apps do you have on your phone? How many do you have on your phone? Just 2. How about you? You don't know? You don't bank?
Mine is up to 8.
Up to 8. I guess you have some savings app, one for investment, or some other thing, right? There was a great unbundling at some point in mid-2015 or thereabouts from the traditional financial service providers that bundled everything. But we got tired because it was a bit clumsy. And then fintechs came, they unbundled. This one doing savings, this one doing insurance. And again, people are tired. Gen Zs are tired. Millennials again are tired. So, includables. we are rebundling. We are bringing back the traditional finance providers, but this time we are digitizing it. We are solving three major problems.
Yes, sir.
Slides.
Okay, can I see my problem slide? It's not coming up. Okay. So, the problem, existing personal finance products are largely exclusionary. They are too fragmented, like I mentioned earlier, and they hardly provide the financial literacy we need to manage our finances. Now, there's that word I mentioned, exclusionary. For some that claim that they offer all of the things you need to manage your money, they get to exclude some members of the family. I'll give an example. We hear about family apps, digital banks for teens and kids, but then how about uncle and auntie who are not parents, nor teens or twins? Are they not part of the family? So includables, like the name implies, is coming to include everyone into the financial system and giving you everything you need in one app. That's the solution we're bringing. A one-stop personal finance and financial literacy app for families. This way, we are rebundling all your personal finance problems into one app and under one roof. We are also financially including everyone in the family, from newborns whose parents want to start saving for their future, to grandparents who need to pay for insurance, health insurance. We also provide the financial literacy to help you manage your personal finance. A bit about our attraction. We have a growing pre-launch waitlist. Hundreds of thousands of people have actually signed up. I wonder what you all are waiting here. So you need to sign up. You can scan that at the end of my presentation. Yeah, surely we make money like every other financial provider. We make money from your savings deposits. We make money when you insure your aged grandparents or kids, or even yourself. We also make money from giving loans when we launch our loan service and other services we provide. Our target market, over 2 billion households across the world. That's the total addressable market we're looking at. Now we bring it down home. About 43 million households in Nigeria, an average household income of $310 per month. And we say, if we can get just 4.5%, as of today, 1.3 million people are below poverty, right, in Nigeria. And 67 million means at least they try. If we can get 4.5% of that, which is about 5 expensive to scale because of their high customer acquisition costs. And the products for kids and teens, we have a couple of them are banks, banking products for kids and teens. They don't include uncles and aunties who are not parents or teens and kids. The digital ones also excludes uncles and aunties, bachelors and spinsters. But here we are saying every member of the family is includable. So we have you all covered. That's the difference between includables and our competition. But there's something unique about us beyond what we just mentioned. The next slide, please. We are not just creating a commercial product. We are building a work of art. Why do I say so? Of course, we apply ideal human-centered design thinking to our innovation, and we are helping families create memories. We're helping you build generational wealth. We're helping you create shared experiences. Because when every member of the family is included and using the Includables app to do their banking transactions, their insurance transactions, their investment transactions, that way we all can grow collectively as one family, as one tribe. We also believe that money management is an art because it involves human skills to make financial decisions. So for us, we think that we are creating beyond commercial products. We are also building arts, bringing art rather than innovation. A bit about the team. I am my co-founder, David. David is a father of 2, so he understands well how to build products for families. Yeah, David has worked in the banking sector for about 5 years. He has built fintech products, several of them, some of them you use, I won't mention names. And Chidi myself, I've been in consulting for about 11 years now. I've also had a stint in construction. I've worked with families as a social work, I do voluntarily. And the last slide, what we are looking at in the next few months to help us get to the next stage, point B. We are raising an angel round, about $120,000 safe. Some of you might be investors. We want to come on board not just as users, but also to help includables get into the market and help us give you that product that solves all your financial needs.
Yes. So that was almost 7 minutes, and for some reason it appears 7 minutes is actually a very short time. Well, yeah, questions? Questions, 1, 2, 3, 5 questions, 6.
Okay, a lot of people have money needs. That's it.
Okay, sorry, can you raise your hands again so I know this? 1, 2, 3, well, 4. Okay, 5. Okay, so please keep it to just one question.
Yeah, sure. How will this work? I have a mother, a wife. I have a mother, a wife. I have 2 children, and my brother and cousin stay with me. On whose phone will the app be?
Everyone's phone.
Okay, please.
Alright, so Includables is that one-stop app. Like a regular banking or financial app, download Includables, you download, your wife downloads, your kids between 8 and above gets to download it. Okay? And you all use it individually. But we have this unique feature in the app that allows all the families to come into one circle. So as a father, you can monitor what your kids below 18 do. But once they turn 18, I'm sorry, they're adults. You get to use the app by themselves. You don't need to manage them. Of course, your aged parents or people who are older who may not have smartphones, okay? While they may not have the app, but you can help them use the app indirectly by giving them services that benefits them. For example, like I mentioned, you could buy micro insurance for your aged grandparents, for your health. You could also decide to set up a savings plan, or whatever, inside the app from your own account. I don't know if that answers the question.
Okay, hopefully that.
No follow-up.
Okay, I'll love to follow up later then.
I think I will just follow up on this question.
Okay.
I think I'm confused as to what this article is about. Is it fintech? Is it insurance tech? What exactly is it?
It's a fintech app.
I don't see anything about the finance when it is raising something, license, the other parts, the security.
Okay, well, this is a pitch and has to be very well timed. So I won't go into certain details, okay, how the app would work. But I will tell you, it's a fintech app. So think of your normal GT Bank app, okay? You're able to buy airtime, you're able to do transfers, right? You're able to take loans, correct? But here, we are bringing what GT provides through the other subsidiaries. For example, GT provides insurance to a different subsidiary. We are bundling everything as one. So in your app, just the way you have your GT Bank, okay, so let me put it this way. GT Bamboo, you know Bamboo? GT Bamboo Cassava for insurance, okay, all of them in one app. Piggyverse, thank you. All of them in one app. You just need a feature. So I'm sorry, we are trying to see if we could make Piggyverse and Bamboo a feature instead of a standalone startup.
Okay, so so we are being this way.
So my question is, from the pitch, seems like there's a lot of engineering that goes on. There's
Sure.
like a lot of things that you do. As long as it's finance, you're building it. So what would an MVP look like? In the sense, when you're rolling out like the first loan, whatever, what are we going to get?
Fantastic question. I like that question because definitely we can give you everything from day one.
Then the licensing, because you need banking license or trading license, all those, which sometimes really hard to get, especially if you have partners and all that. So what's your plan to go around that?
Well, MVP, like I mentioned, we can give you everything. But this is just giving you the vision, what Includables is all about. So at MVP, we'll be launching a few other features. For example, your core banking features. Send money, transfer, do savings, okay? And then an interesting one in there when it launches, the financial literacy feature. Okay, and on the roadmap, a few months from there, we'll launch, we'll roll out the features, the insurance, like I mentioned, loan, investments, and over a period, you have everything like we've told you in one app. Then about regulation, right? Fantastic, we have that covered. Alright, so okay, so just put your money with us and go to sleep.
Okay, so sorry, I want to talk about this regulation part.
Okay.
Because when you talk about bonding everything into one place,
okay,
I thought what I was going to hear was something like, oh, maybe you integrate APIs from those other fintechs.
Okay.
Integrate the Givers API.
So
it's not be like a marketplace for fintech.
Okay.
Marketplace is not the right word, but that's the best word I can think of right now. So when you say you want to make everything a feature, and that's the full startup for some people, and they are really, really fighting. You know how many regulators will be fighting and say,
oh yeah. let me give you a picture. So banking, we are dealing with CBN. I'm giving the major regulators.
Yes.
Investment, we're dealing with the SEC.
Yes.
Insurance, we're dealing with NDIC, right? We know, we are aware of this. So like I mentioned, we have you covered.
When I'm coming to you, you're guaranteeing me that, hey, all your deposits are insured by the NDIC.
You definitely see terms and conditions, policies. You will see all our regulators and the people backing us.
Direct from regulators, not backers.
Like I mentioned, when you read the terms and conditions and privacy policies and everything you see, when you start using includables, again, you will go to sleep. Just bank with us.
Okay.
Okay, so okay.
So thank you very much. My question is that what is really the competitive advantage includables have? Like what is that? Why would I even want to choose includables without any other banking app? Since I have banking apps that cut across both, you guys might be providing.
What was the last fintech app you deleted on your phone?
I've not deleted it.
You've not deleted any. How many do you have on your phone?
I have 4.
4?
Yeah.
What do they do? I'm sorry.
Savings, transfers, and international transfers, all of that.
You're a very loyal customer. We need you on includable. But I know a lot of people who today they download Bamboo and they deleted it, they use Trove because these things keep coming. Okay? And our market survey we had conducted revealed that people are tired of one other app that helps them just buy airtime or help them save money. They wish they could have everything under one umbrella. So we are that one stop you would love and never regret.
So like under everything.
Yeah, personal finance, financial literacy, all under one umbrella.
There's budgeting too.
So personal finance covers 5-6 key areas: saving, borrowing, protecting, which is insurance, investing, okay, saving, investing, borrowing, protecting, earning, okay, send me money, and I remember the 6th one.
Literacy.
No, not literacy, I remember the 6th one.
Okay.
Sorry?
Pension.
Pension is around protecting insurance. Budgeting is still around earning and spending. Spending is the 6th one. Spending. Okay? So spending, budgeting is more links to spending.
Okay.
Yeah. So we are capturing all of those things. So you don't need to worry about how or where your money goes. And you don't need to download this app, download a different app, this service is poor. Okay. So we just bring it all to you.
You'll be issuing cards too.
Spending, including this card.
Okay.
I think it would make no sense for me to actually ask the question, but I'm actually very worried. You mentioned terms and conditions. FTX also have that. Everybody's like,
sorry?
Think about it. FTX has terms and conditions.
Oh yeah?
Just like this, right? And those guys only do just one thing. They are in the water right now. I'm sure you are not under the water, right?
Was FTX under regulation? Were they regulated? Yes. Right? So as much as we can't, all we guarantee is we are not FTX, number one. Okay. So from day one, I've worked in consulting for a little over 10 years, and I'm big on corporate governance, so we have it fixed. So with respect to FTX, but we wouldn't throw corporate governance and throw caution to the wind. So we show you our terms and conditions. I want to hold and keep to our words.
I mean, no question, I'm just worried.
So, your worry is legit.
So, worry for you, not for me.
Yes, so believe me, I don't feel like giving you. Sorry? Believe me, I don't feel like giving you. That's what you're offering.
Well, that's the most I can say. because what else do you want to say? Should we go and swear in we can't do that. So we want to tell you, believe me. Okay? And to now make your minds calm down a bit, we tell you, okay, these are regulators. These are the banking license or the financial licenses we have. These are the people backing us, our partners and all. Okay? And probably these are the investors. These people you probably respect. And then you say, okay, you're good to go. So we can do beyond that for now.
Yeah, we'll look at that.
Okay, so I want to ask about that card.
Follow-up question.
Okay.
For 3 million.
Sorry, okay, so we are not taking
for the follow-up round.
Yes. No, there's no follow-up round.
For the networking time.
Yes.
Have we addressed the
Yes, we have.
Yes,
okay. Yes. So, sorry, we can't take a question.
So can we, while before you get the next person, can I see the traction slide?
See why trust is an issue.
So like I mentioned, hundreds of thousands of people are joining our wait lists, and you all, I don't think the names are there yet. So please jump on the wait list. You can scan the barcode that will be up briefly to join the wait list.
Okay, I think they've all chosen number to ask questions.
Okay, I think why they are sorting themselves, you can ask me.
Okay, yeah.
Can you please save it for
Because I want to ask is very important.
We can't take more questions, but we already have, I think we just have one more person who will be, so okay, we'll have enough time, all of that.
Can I say
yes? Alright, thanks.
So everyone,
okay, so the final person that I'll be pitching is Onmo Sepo. He will be pitching Niger gadgets. So.
Good evening, everybody. Yeah, so this will be like the shortest speech that has been done here today. Why they were pitching, I was like, man, I should not even pitch anymore because I saw their beautiful slides and all of that. This is the first time I'm coming out to do something like this, but I will do it anyway. So my name is Paul Onose. I'm a computer village boy. What I do is sell gadgets, right? I mean, I've thought I've been scammed before. I wanted to purchase something online. I wanted to purchase a phone.
I bought 5 BlackBerry
and none of those phones ever came to you. Yes, most of us have experienced that. You've gone to eBay, all of a sudden, your shipment are not coming. Some people have been scammed on Amazon, right? So all of these big tech companies, most of us have been scammed. So that's why I launched NigerGadgets.com to cater for that. So what we do is we'll try as much as possible to onboard only genuine sellers. So how do we know who those are genuine sellers and those are fake sellers? Because I'm a computer village boy, I have access to most of these sellers. So those are the people that we try and onboard on this platform only. Yes, we've had cases of people registering on a platform. Somebody says they're selling a phone in Lagos and the IP address is coming from is in Kaduna. So we have those security features on the platform. So we know where every seller is coming from through their IP addresses. So even if you are using a VPN, we have the security system takes care of that. It tells exactly where the seller is coming from. So when we find that, we just knock off whatever goods they've posted, just to help us secure the visitors that are coming to the platform. So that in a nutshell, that's what Nigeria Gadgets do. So the solution we're providing is only allow properly vetted vendors, and we have site visitors connect to genuine vendors. So we have, because I'm a computer village boy, I belong to most of their communities. The distributors I belong to their communities. The retailers, I belong to their communities. The resellers, I'm inside their WhatsApp communities. So I have access to all of these guys. So if you need a phone and you come to meet me, I can connect you directly to a genuine vendor. That person, if you need bulk, I can connect you to an wholesaler. If you need just a single item, I can connect you to a retailer, right? Then we can become the source of genuine gadgets to everyone who needs gadgets. Next slide, please. So this is our platform. It's currently just a web app right now. We're looking forward to launch our app. So this is NigeriaGadget.com. Currently we have about 50,000 visitors every month, right? The next slide. Yeah, I'm the only person running the so we have vacancies for developers and vacancies for. Can we apply? You're only coming in as a partner, you're not coming in to get paid, right? In the future, all of that makes enough money, right? We can begin to pay you, right? So last year we made about $10,000 right from NigeriaGadgets.com, selling it to people. Profit already? All profit. Yeah. Because right now we have credit on Amazon, which we use. We have about 5,000 credits, so we have not exhausted it yet, so we're not even paying for hosting at the moment. Right? All we pay for is just the domain name. So we can just do as much as we can till those credits expire. So these are my contacts. Something's happening there. That's my phone number now. So
you need the markets. All right. So I'm sure you have a lot of questions. Stand there so I can reach you. And the US can get to you. All right. So how many questions do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that would be all. 5. Okay. So let's start with you.
Before we start, please, can we limit it to one
question?
And can we not repeat his speech before we ask the question? You guys, just any insights can be shared later. Let's go straight to the question.
My question is, so you have Junior, you have Konza, now you have this, right? So,
could you just stand so we can have
okay. Yeah, so, why are you saying I should come to your platform? Is it because the guarantee, what you are saying is, the selling point is, you're a computer village boy and Junior is, like what I'm saying is, if I'm to weigh both, why should I come for yours when it's Junior that I'm okay with? Although yeah, people get scammed, I've gotten scammed, but what's the guarantee I don't get scammed on yours? Is it because you said you are in the community? So that's my question.
Okay, I think the only challenge we have, that will be in the future when we have a lot of people coming to the website to actually sell. Right now, we are doing it manually because it's still bootstrap, right? In the future, we might have a system that can kick people off the sellers of the platform if they say they're in Ikeja and they're selling from. So that's the only selling point we have right now. You are guaranteed that if you come to the platform, you will not get scammed. That's the only selling point we have right now.
Okay. Next. Okay. Yes.
Okay. Those sellers on your platform, okay? You mention their names on the platform?
Yes.
So what if I just see the name and I go to Computer Village to buy from them.
Yeah, that's the whole point.
That's the whole point.
If you get scammed, that's on you.
Okay, so you stand in as a guarantor.
Yeah, if you come through us, I'll stand as a guarantor to them.
All right.
In the future, we will have escrow, but for now, since I'm just the only person running it now, that's why we don't have escrow yet.
Okay, my question is more around the scale you're looking at. Are you planning to raise funds to be a 10x business or like a 20x business? Or you just raise, or you just be traditional, which is quite fine to be honest. Because I've heard you talk about, I'm compared big, but I'm sure you are not Kaduna market, but thinking about so how do you do KYP in those markets if you're actually scaling at that level?
Okay, so currently we are partnering with vendors across different states of Nigeria. So one of the challenges we face is people calling from Kaduna and they want, let's say, an iPhone X. And the only vendors we know in Nigeria are those ones in Computer Village. So there's a problem of sending those phones to them when they've not even paid for the phones. Right now we're partnering with vendors within those regions so they can cover those markets. We have partners in Kaduna, we have partners in Abuja, we have partners in Warri, we have partners in Port Harcourt. So we're just scouting for partners now that can serve those markets as we scale.
Okay, so do you think you'll be an Amazon level or you just run traditional?
First, let's conquer Nigeria.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. My question is very simple. I see that your platform is a multi-vendor platform.
Yeah.
I overheard you say you guys have 50,000 visitors.
Monthly.
50,000. Wow. You guys are running ads already.
Yeah?
You guys are running ads already.
Yes, we run ads on Facebook.
No. 50,000.
Where is the question?
You said you have, I overheard you say you have 50,000 monthly visitors.
Okay.
So I just want to be sure that's just, is it actually?
Yes.
Okay.
When we started, we didn't have up to that.
Yeah. How long have you guys
been for over a year now.
Okay.
Okay, next question. Does any other person have a question?
I think my question has been answered, but I want to
If it has been answered. It has been answered.
I'll put it in words now. Are you the face of the brand? Because you call yourself like Computer Village Road.
And for now, I'm the face of the brand.
It's not even the team.
So you saw the team, right? I'm the only person for now.
It's like this is strategy.
I think you're going to start you.
It's a strategy. That's what I'm just saying.
I'm just trying to bootstrap for now.
Because that's what I'm Village way.
And reduce expenses as low as possible.
Okay,
So one person has.
okay.
So yeah, you said you have 50K there. So how do you guys make money? Since obviously it's like a marketplace, you bring vendors out.
On one of the slides, I talked about we supplying gadgets. Since we have access to these distributors, right? So if you go to the retailers, the profit margin that we add on top of those gadgets will be a lot higher than what we add to it. Because we have access to these distributors in a month. And you put in AdSense, how much would you be making?
No, AdSense is just like a fraction of.
So
Doing partnerships with Computer Village. Apply for the rules.
So this is why you come for Pitch Friday.
Yeah, so that's why
they give you ideas. So I don't know if anybody is like a marketer.
They will submit their CVs after.
I think it's a market already.
He said you come on as a either hiring the person as a consultant for a few months or maybe offering the person some form of compensation for stuff. Yeah, I don't know if you really give the person targets. I think those are, we don't have any other questions here. Okay, yes, so.
So thank you all.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, sorry, everyone who pitched, just before we go ahead, you can come up for your pictures. Group pictures, yeah.
Group pictures.